Hello everyone, this is ConorGamingzHD. Welcome back to another Rainbow Six Siege video. We are going to be talking about Skull Rain in this video. It's out now, right now, on PS4, and it should be out on Xbox One and PC once this video goes live. But anyway, mine is actually downloading. But anyway, so in Operation Skull Rain, you get two BOPE, is it BOPE or BOPE? I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it's BOPE operators join Team Rainbow to pacify the favela, the new free map. Okay, so this is the third major content update, aims to improve the game's experience by adding countermeasures for toxic behavior, a new weapon attachment, several game enchantments, customization content, and lots more. So there's two new operators, Capitayo and Cavalry. Okay, so the Capitayo has the crossbow and Cavalry can interrogate the enemies as well, which is pretty decent as well. Okay, so and also the new map is Favela. Okay, and also there will be Skull Rain weapon skins. There will be new weapon skins in this update to kick off the season with 4 new Skull Rain signature skins. Sorry, but anyway, these weapon skins are available in the shop exclusively for Operation Skull Rain. You can visit the shop section for more details. Anyway, so there's a new attachment. The angled grip. So the angled grip accelerates the transition between hipfire and ADS, which allows for an aggressive and fast-paced playstyle. However, make sure to take into account that the angled grip is less stable in terms of recoil than the standard grip. So holding your angles might be tricky with this one. So there's also a new custom game mode which is in beta. Just take that in, it is actually in beta. So they're glad to introduce the tactical realism, which will add a new gameplay mode to custom games inspired by your enthusiasm towards getting a hardcore mode. So they created tactical realism mode to foster a better immersion by relying less on the in-game feedback. So they have limited the HUD, the HUD, to only display the round timer, compass, gadget and weapon panels, preventing you from making your enemy removing the kill confirmations, providing a realistic magazine management for ammo and much more. This is the first step towards immersion, and we wish to gather your feedback in order to improve iteration. So I'll show 2 screenshots on. So that's normal mode. Okay, so that's normal mode. You can see your operators on the top. You can see what round you're on, and who's won the rounds. You can see your enemies operators, what they are. You can see your health. You can see basically, it's basically normal. So let's look at the tactical realism and look how much has changed. So you can't see how many enemies are alive, how many of your teammates are alive. You can't see what rounds you're on, how many rounds you've won, and you cannot see your health, your ammo, what gun you have, which you should know what gun you have anyway. And that's pretty. And also when the enemy kills or someone dies, you won't know. You just hear the gunfire. So basically, if you have a cap can and you hear the explosion, cap can blow up, do you know if he's dead? Do you know if he's not? If you throw a nitro cell towards an enemy, are they dead? Are they not? You'll have to go find out. Okay. And also when you go around a corner, is it your teammate or is it an enemy? You'll have to basically think fast before you die. Is it a teammate? Is it an enemy? You don't want to be going team killing, but it is only in custom games, which I think it could, once it's out of beta state, it could make its way to multiplayer. Okay, but you need a lot of communication with this one. Anyway, there's a surrender system, so if the field becomes rough for your team, you can cut it short and move on to another match. The objective was to accelerate the process by allowing a team to forfeit. If they do not wish to be forced to play the match through the end, you can cast a vote to surrender during a ranked match. You need the majority of your side of your team to forfeit, and also this is a new feature only available prior to the 3rd round. Okay, So there's general tweaks and improvements. So there's game health, player comfort, playlist changes, game balancing, and there's also other. So not only have they implemented a client-side anti-cheat, they have also been working with their partners at Fair Fight to improve their detection methods too. They are also excited about the changes that the efforts will bring in Season 3. Okay, so additional team killing countermeasures have been added. So after monitoring the adjustments that were made with patch 3.3 and 3.4, they are taking steps to improve the methods that they are using to detect team killers and punish them accordingly. Also, as a reminder, when players are removed from a match for team killing, they will suffer the following punishments. So, the first offence is casual, kicked from match. Ranked, banned for 15 minutes, 50% renown penalty for 30 minutes. Second offence is banned from matchmaking for 30 minutes. Third offence, banned from matchmaking for 2 hours. Fourth offence, banned from matchmaking for 24 hours. And fifth offence, banned from matchmaking for 7 days. You don't want to get 7 days. Oh my god. But anyway, they've improved the vote to kick flow as well, so steps have been taken to improve the vote to kick feature and improve the overall experience for players. Players will now be met with a walkthrough for how to vote to kick another player on their respective platform. Additionally, once a vote has been initiated, all of the players who are eligible to take part are presented with a notification as seen in the top left corner of the screenshot on screen. So once you have voted, the notification is removed. Also noted in the screenshot is the updated scoreboard that you will see in patch 4.0. So more tools to handle toxic players in the text chat on PC. So those players who spam the chat or send toxic messages for those players, Rainbow Six team encourage you to report them to customer support team, and they will be handled in accordance to their code of conduct. And also you can disable the in-game text chat in the HUD preferences section of gameplay tab on the options menu for those guys on PC. So this is a big one, okay? So operators' limbs no longer clip through walls and barricades. So if you died for some reason, you didn't know why, you was laid against the wall, and then you watched a kill cam and the enemy could actually see part of your body through the wall and it killed you that way. Well, that has been fixed in this update, so you would know if you're laid next to a wall, your limbs will no longer, operator's limbs will no longer clip through the wall, so you won't see parts of his body for the other side of the wall. Okay, so they fixed that. So field of view is now standardized for all players when using cameras and during the kill cam. So prior to this patch, making adjustments for your FOV would allow defenders to gather more intel than originally intended for cameras. This has now been standardized, and the same FOV field of view will be applied to all users while they are using cameras, and will then be reverted back on their chosen field of view setting upon assisting camera. This will also apply to kill cams. And also, talking about the kill cam will be now more accurate, okay, in Season 3. So the kill cam has been used as a tool to identify specific tactics utilized by the enemy, okay, or as a way to identify particularly suspect play. So after Season 3 releases, the kill cam will provide more clear insights as to how a player was killed. Improvements have been made to a bullet, camera offset, blood splatters effect, and operators' movements during the kill cam replay. So modified information in ranked lobby to improve matchmaking experience. So while searching the ways to improve matchmaking times as well as the overall matchmaking experience, they've noticed that players would sometimes leave a match before it started after viewing the win to loss or kill to death ratio of the opposing team. This has been removed in order to facilitate a smoother matchmaking experience for all players, and will provide all players with an improved experience. Okay. So any player comforts. So your teammate loadout information on the waiting screen as well, so you can now view your teammates' loadouts on the update screen. This will allow you to adjust your loadout depending on what your teammates are carrying in the field. To quote the presentation director, so players will now have a real-time accessing the weapons and gadgets their teammates have chosen. For example, being able to know if Fuse went for a shield or 6P41 is a game changer in Siege. So where team composition, this would be particularly helpful when you are not playing with your regular squad or a group that uses voice comms, as you are able to adapt on the fly to the choices that your teammates make. So you can also have a full screen weapon review. So you can now zoom in on weapons in the operator loadout screen, as well as rotate them. You can also attach weapon skins and charms in this preview window as well. So you can focus on specific points on the weapon to pan the camera. And this point, you are also able to use a point of interest to immediately zoom in the appropriate part of the weapon. This will allow you to create content focused on the weapon, as well as enjoy your weapon skins and weapon charms in more detail. Also, the map rotation will now appear more random, which is great. As after playing a specific map a few times in a row, they've noticed that players would get frustrated at the perceived lack of variety in the map rotation. They've introduced a goal theme that will improve the likelihood of a new map being selected by picking one of the least played maps by all players in their current game session. So tactical maps have been redesigned to provide more detail. So during the planning phase, both attackers and defenders will be able to enjoy the new tactical maps. These maps are significantly more detail than their predecessors and will allow for a more intricate strategy to be devised during the planning phase, and they have also provided you with some in-game screenshots below. So players can now choose which operator spawns with the diffuser, which is great. So attackers are now alerted when all drones have been eliminated. That's also good. So the compass is now displayed when using drones and cameras. The location ping has been upgraded to be more user-friendly. The in-game HUD now provides more clear information at a glance. Also, in addition, the teammate status display, they've also updated the health gauge in the bottom left. They've removed the armor rating display as it is irrelevant to while you are in the middle of playing a round. Players who have equipped with Rook's armor piece will still have a green indicator as seen on the screenshot. Okay. When the diffuser has been dropped, it's now easier to see where it's been dropped. Okay. Like if an enemy dies and you don't know where it is, it's now easier. So the most recently played playlist will be the default selection when accessing the main menu. So that's also by the community's request. And there's also more sensitivity options for mouse. There's a new menu mouse that has been implemented as well. Also, they've changed a few playlists. So obviously, as you all know, ranks will be reset at the beginning of Season 3. So as Season 2 comes to a close, they've monitored the population of each rank bracket and are satisfied with the results. So the Season 2 breakdown is, so 40% is copper, 30% is bronze, 35% is silver, that 1% is me, nearly on gold, just didn't quite get it. 16.5% on gold, 4% on platinum, and 0.5% on diamond. So, given that they will be resetting ranks for Season 3, we would like to go into more detail regarding how we plan to executing this. So, they'll be performing a soft reset of all ranks. All players will be shifted towards the center, high bronze to low silver, based on their value. So the value is resolved around the number of matches you have played in an effort to reduce the amount of matches. So you can play like 10 matches to get your actual rank. So all players will required to play 10 placement matches at the start of Season 3 to obtain a rank, as you know. So they've included a new element that will inform you how many ranked matches you have left into your initial rank. So when your rank's been reset, you always have to count how many matches you have left until you see what your rank is. You don't have to count anymore. It will say out of 10, so like 5 out of 10, you know, how many matches you need left, if that makes sense for you. So terrorists are now more reactive, so the white mask will not as responsive to footsteps as intended. They will be more responsive to players' movement, so walk softly, operators. So custom matches, when the host of a dedicated custom game quits, you can keep on playing after this patch regardless of whether or not the host player extended invitations of a dedicated server hosted custom match disconnects. The game will continue on. So when you have 10 people who are not communicating well, it can be difficult to determine when all players are ready to begin a match. There will now be a ready up feature that will make it clear to the host when all players are prepared to play. So there's increased season pass value. So as requested by the community, they've taken steps to improve the value of the season pass. Starting with this patch, season pass holders will have a 10% VIP discount for all content in the shop. This discount will apply to both Renown and Rainbow Six credits. Purchases made in the shop. You will now notice a unique VIP icon next to the shop tab as a reminder that you have this discount. So, there's some main menu news. So, some in-game news items will now be clickable. In-game news items can now rotate as well. And there's also web page upgrades for ranked players, which I've actually been checking. So the team has updated the status page with a new season reward section that will keep you informed of your end season reward. This page will be updated towards the end of each season. And there's also just main bug fixes, and I'm going to start off with the first one, or the weapon fixes, because this one's interesting. So the nitro cells, the C4s, whatever you want to call them, nitro cells, okay, they can now kill or deal damage, explode through a reinforced wall. So you don't want to be laying next to a reinforced wall after this update, okay? Because you could die. Nitro cell, boom, dead. But yeah, so you don't want to be just get out there. You can blow up a reinforced wall with a nitro cell. Now, as soon as I get on, I'm gonna be live streaming. I'm gonna test it out. I'm gonna just throw a nitro cell up the reinforced wall and blow it up. But okay, I've been talking for 20 minutes straight now, and my throat's killing me. But basically, there's just a bunch of main fixes left. Like, there's a ton. I'll be going off for most from here an hour, to be honest. Oh, okay, maybe half an hour. But I don't want the video to be this long. I have to cut it up and everything. This video might be in two parts. A 10-minute video and another 10-minute video. Because no one likes watching long-minute videos, even though it's the same thing. But anyway, this is Rainbow Six Siege. The update's now live. Go download it on your console and you can go play the new map, Favela, or you could just play the new operators. Stay tuned, I'll be live streaming. Well, when this video goes out, I'll already live stream. But anyway, smash like and subscribe for more. See you guys very soon in another Rainbow Six Siege video.